quarter.
Alex Smith.
Doesn't matter whether you believe or not. The record is what the record is. Doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. They have to be number one. And Denver has to be number two. Seattle, you lost to Indianapolis. Hey, Denver, you lost to Indianapolis. San Francisco, you lost to Indianapolis. So who gets to be number three? Indianapolis. Unbelievable.
I will say Indianapolis at least be top four.
Yeah, it should go Kansas City, Denver, Indy. I'll go with Seattle there. I'm good with that. Number 4. I'm cool with that. Okay. Saints 5. There's your top 5 for me right there. Green Bay 6. San Francisco 7. Cincinnati 8. New England 9. And the Chargers 10. I'm cool with that.
Speaking of Kansas City, while we're still on this, if there's one Chief in particular, and for them to be playing this well, you know what's even more crazy about this? They're undefeated, and their number one receiver, Dwayne Bowe, hasn't really had that good of a season.
I know. How crazy is that?
You got this dude named Donnie Avery. Mm-hmm. He's not a big name receiver, but he must be the guy that Alex Smith throws in for the screen plays and get the first downs, move the chains. They're not going to score a lot of points, but the defense ain't going to allow you a lot of points. And as long as the game is close, Alex Smith, maybe, the conservative will come into play it safe. They definitely don't sleep on the Chiefs' defense.
They play Cleveland this week.
Yeah, that. I wonder who do you think is likely gonna get the Chiefs their first loss? I would say Denver.
You think so?
Yeah, they really, if you think about it, looking at the quarterbacks they dealt with, they really haven't faced someone a high caliber offense.
Okay, they play. Who did I say they play this week?
They play Cleveland.
Okay, they play Cleveland. Next week they play Buffalo.
Might as well be, 7, make that 9-0.
Could be 9-0.
9-0.
In 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
But we have seen some upsets already in the season.
Yes,
so
we have.
Buffalo, they tend to, that's more likely of an upset because they have had some upset wins in the past. But
they get a bye in week 10.
And that Thaddeus Lewis dude, he's someone to keep an eye on.
They play Denver in week 11 in Denver. So they could be 9-0.
9-0 before facing Denver.
Before facing Denver in Denver. How about that? Would that be crazy?
Yeah, that's definitely
you want to know something? They get a bye week the week before they play Denver. So they got 2 weeks to get ready for Denver.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge test, no doubt about it.
How about
so
that?
I'm
Their
curious.
defense has got 2 weeks. Because really, that's all you got to really... Their defense has got 2 weeks to get ready for Denver. To stop Peyton Manning. And their offense has got... Basically, what you got to do is just keep Peyton Manning off the field. Denver's secondary sucks. Denver's secondary sucks. Their defense is not really that good. They left 51 points and 36 points. Their defense is not very good.
I would say the secondary has had its share of problems. Champ Bailey has been banged up. Roger Cromartie hasn't really been effective. And even you get Von Miller back this past Sunday, he wasn't all that affected at all, albeit Russ came into play. Now, Kansas City could possibly beat Denver because, Alex Smith, he can play it safe.
Dude.
He can run the ball. the Charles.
That's
Keep Peyton on the
crazy.
field.
Okay, dude. Week 11 they play Kansas City. Week 12 they play San Diego. Week 13 they play They play Denver again. So it goes. Kansas City goes Denver, San Diego, Denver in 3 weeks. 11, 12, and 13. That's crazy.
Denver is going to beat them at least once.
That's the heart right there. That 3-week stretch right there. Denver, San Diego, and Denver. 3 weeks in a row. You kidding me? And then they play Washington after that in week 14. That's tough, week 11, 12, and 13. Oh, my God. Thank God they get a bye in week 10.
You definitely going to need an extra week when you're getting ready to face Peyton Manning and company. So
And they got Oakland in week 15. So week 11, 12, and 13 is the biggest. And then they got Indy in week 16, KC. And then week 17 is, where are they? They got San Diego. Wow, here in San Diego. So 11, 12, and 13. That's the highlight of their schedule.
yeah, so pretty much
Wow.
NFL gave them an easy first 7-8 weeks.
Yeah.
Now the schedule is going to get tough from here on out.
Wow. That's just nuts. Yeah, these next 2 games, they're going to play Cleveland this week. They're going to play Buffalo next week. So they could be 9-0 going into their bye week in week 10. And then week 11, Denver. Week 12, San Diego. Week 13, Denver. Holy cannoli.
I mean, this team could very well end up a home field advantage.
Wow.
Come postseason down.
Crazy.
If they're so, they're going to be tough to beat.
Wow.
That Arrowhead Stadium was crazy.
That Arrowhead place is going to be rocking. They're there this week against Cleveland. That place is going to be nuts. That place is going to be crazy. I had to change one of my picks for this week already. How about that? I had to change the first game from Thursday because I had Tampa Bay as my winner. What are you, crazy? I'm picking Carolina in that game. So I had to change that, but I think I'm set for the rest of the week.
So, with the Chiefs remaining unbeaten team, do you think they're going 16-0?
No. They're going to lose somewhere. They're going to lose somewhere around.
They're going to lose to Denver at least once.
Somewhere.
I'm
They're
going to
gonna
say
lose somewhere.
Denver gives them that first loss.
Well, I like to see Denver have more losses than Kansas City, first of all. Okay? Because if that happens, that means Kansas City won the division and not Denver. I don't want to see Denver win the division, so I need Kansas City to do that for me. So there you go.
Why exactly you don't want Denver to win the division?
Because I have this. Well, I don't want them to make the playoffs. But I have this 5-year bet going on. Remember?
So, oh yeah, you don't think that Peyton Manning is going to win a Super Bowl in this 5-year deal?
Right, and a Denver fan, bet me. So it's a 5-year plan.
I have a gut feeling that he's going to win at least one Super Bowl.
I've
Just
won.
a stick of the earth say.
No, it's not going to happen.
I got a feeling he is, man.
Well, Indianapolis and Irsay stuck it to him, didn't they?
Yeah.
They showed him. They showed the NFL how to beat Peyton Manning.
Yes, they did.
And you don't think every freaking head coach was watching that and dissecting that? You know damn well they were.
I mean, Peyton Manning is going to have his off games. And look, he had an interception. He got caught for a safety. He still threw 2 downs, and he still scored 30 points.
Hey, last night, right before the game, you know how Boomer and all the gang pick who's going to win? Right? And you know why he picked the Giants?
Why?
He says because at least one Manning wins every week. So Peyton lost already. I'm going with the Giants and Eli Manning.
That is true.
I was hysterical laughing when he said that. And everybody in the studio was sitting around. They were all laughing at him. I was like, yeah, cool. I was like, cool, well, Giants are going to win.
You know what? That's a good point.
That is a
Manning
good point.
is still that we may have a Manning perfect season.
That's right. Well, at least one Manning wins every week.
So Eli owes Peyton owes Eli. Thank you for getting the ministry going. Keep the streak going.
That's right. You know, Manning wins at least one Manning wins every week. That's freaking great, man. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Come on.
Peyton was like, "Man, I'm tired of winning all for the family. You win one for once."
I'm sure after the game, Peyton called him.
Yeah.
Said, "Come on, man. You got to do it for us, man.
Do it for Archie.
Do it for Dad.
Do it for Cooper.
That's right. Do it for the people who made the bet on it." So
Wow,
Philadelphia.
So you really don't think in this 5-year contract?
No, he's not going to win a Super Bowl.
That he's going to win a Super Bowl?
No, I don't. I'm so positive on it. I bet on it. I bet it. I made the 5-year bet. So far, I'm winning. How long has he been there?
This is his second season.
I won $5. This year, I'm going to win $10.
I got a feeling, man. I did pick them to win a Super Bowl.
This year, I'm going to win $10. Next year, I'm going to win $15. No, he's not, because somebody's going to hit him. He's going to get hurt, and that's going to be the end of their season. I'm still waiting for that to happen. You know that.
He will get banged up, but
he looked like crap the other night. And that was beautiful. That was fun to watch.
They still scored 30 points.
I know. Because Indianapolis started to get a little loose, went into a prevent. Yeah, we're going to prevent to win. That's the only kind of defense that happens. You don't go into a prevent defense. You keep attacking.
You can't do that. You can't do that if you're facing Peyton, man. You got to put that game away. And yet the game was still close. And they would have, been within 2 if the backup running back then fumbled the football in the goal line.
I know. Hey, that was beautiful. That's beautiful.
And that is a big problem if you're a Bronco fan. The Broncos do tend to not hang on to the football. That's a huge problem. So if you're gonna beat Denver, you gotta get a turnover and then some. You gotta hit them hard when the ball's gonna get loose.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanna move into Major League Baseball for a second.
Okay.
The Cincinnati Reds got a new manager.
Yeah, they do.
Brian Price going to be the new manager. Huh? He was the pitching coach.
Yes, he was.
Now he's going to be the man, huh? He's taking over for Mr. Dusty Baker, huh?
Yeah, I was hoping that Jim Leland was going to be the next Reds manager, but I guess he's 68 years old. He's trying to go to seniors home, I guess.
Oh, hey! Come on.
I like Jim Leland, and I guess he just got tired, man.
That's not nice.
I mean, how you gonna leave Cabrera and Fielder and Verlander and Scherzer, man. And even Perthworth for crying out loud?
Tired. You got to promote within. You know that with that team there with Detroit. You can't bring in somebody from the outside.
Yeah,
right?
you might as well do what the Reds did. Just get somebody within the family. Someone who's familiar with Leland's work. Speaking of managers and in their future, Don Mattingly had a press conference.
How about that? Was that wild?
That was crazy.
Was that wild or what? He pretty much said his mind right in front of his boss while his boss was sitting right there, right?
That takes guts, man. He was sitting right next to him.
Not right next to him. Actually, they were pretty far apart.
Oh, they were a bit far apart, but clearly he heard every single word.
Oh, yeah, and he didn't say nothing. They didn't even look at each other. You know that, right? So you know what's going. You know what's coming next, right? And he's right. If you're gonna fire me, do it now. Don't wait so I can go get another job. He's absolutely right, Don Mattingly. Okay? Now, my question to you.
Nice, no doubt about it. When this team was struggling, and there was reports that maybe he probably would not even make the All-Star break with the job, but the Dodgers did eventually turn things around and made the postseason. So Don Mattingly just pretty much saying, hey, if you're gonna have me long term, let's do it. Right. Let's make it happen.
I agree with him. My question to you is, with that going down, way I'm feeling is that they're going to get rid of Don Mattingly, so we're going to be needing a new